Hello guys, this is Hassan from HDFX and welcome to a new video. Now in this video I want to talk about triangles because I did receive some questions about the way I label triangles, and I want to make sure that you guys actually know what I'm talking about. So please, this will be an educational video, so relax and try to enjoy the ride, okay? Now triangles, if you actually watch my video about simple corrections, you will see that triangles are just a simple corrections. Okay, so whenever you see a triangle, they're either a simple correction or it will be uh, part of a complex correction. So whenever you see a triangle, you have to understand that this triangle is actually part of something. Okay, so when a triangle actually happens, you have to think two things. You're either looking as a part of as part of a complex correction. It is one of the places where it can happen. I will make it lower the different color. So it will either be a part of a complex correction, or it can be actually a simple correction. Simple correction. Now, when I say a simple correction, on the other video I try to explain where it can be. So let me do that again. So if it's a simple correction, then it can be either, a B wave of a zigzag or a flat. Okay, this can be either this, or it can either be a fourth wave. So either be a fourth wave. Now, it is important to understand this B wave of a zigzag or flat because there's another B wave which is in a triangle itself. So if you're looking for a triangle in here, for example, A, B, C, D, and E. So let me figure that for you. So it's A. Actually, today some Tribe Writer 666, thank you so much for spending your time and sending to me, but I will try to do your doing this in the next video. Okay, guy, I'm sorry. I didn't have enough time to learn it yet, but so thank you again so much for spending your time and helping me with this. So anyway, if you're looking a triangle in a B wave by itself in a lower degree, it's not possible. So the B wave only can be in a flat or a zigzag. So either here you can have a triangle in this B wave by itself, it can happen, or it can happen in here as a part of a flat. Okay, just by itself in a lower degree. Now, if we have a triangle like this, actually let me change this color too. I want to make it a little bit different than normal text. So I will do this. I will do the same here. So if I am looking for a simple correction, and this is the places where it can happen a triangle, this triangle is called a limiting triangle. Now I will do another video, of course, about limiting triangles. Now limiting triangles have all sorts of rules by itself, maybe like 10 or more rules. So you cannot just say, oh, it's a triangle and go. If it's a limiting triangle, this price action is limited. The time is limited. There are some extra rules that I will teach you guys. If a triangle happens as a part of a complex correction, it is called a non-limiting triangle. And on non-limiting triangle, the price can go anywhere it wants. Actually, you can think of it this as a trust move, this limiting move. Okay, so what I mean is, if after this is done, for example, in a limiting triangle, let's say that this is a limiting triangle, okay, and there's this trust move. It's called, not like trusting someone, but trust in, like in a car. So trust. This trust move will happen in a non-limiting triangle. There is no limit for this trust move. It can go anywhere it wants. But in a limiting triangle, there are some rules that how much this trust can go. Okay, so this is very important. Now, most of you guys actually think that the triangles are just so perfect and it can happen, and they all look like this. Well, in reality, it's actually not like this. There are types of triangles. For example, now I'm sure that you got this screen a little bit, so I will remove everything and I will start with a contracting triangle. For example, like I say, number one, contracting triangle. Now in contracting triangle, it does actually look like what many of you think. So we have an A, we have a B, we have a C, we have a D, and we have an E. And on contracting triangle, the most important situation here on this Elliot wave is, well, actually, I cannot say it's the most important one, but all of them are important, of course. But you should have some rules about them. For example, what I mean? Well, a triangle can only have a triangle can only have 5 legs. So just like here, you have an A, you have a B, you have a C, you have a D, and we have an E. That's it. We cannot have this F or whatever. This rule is very important. The second rule is that all of these legs, all legs are corrective. So if, for example, that our degree is this one, and you want to go one lower, let's say that one lower is, let's get rid of this, and let's say one lower is this, and you do this. So in here, if you're in this one lower degree, you try to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it means that you're doing a mistake, because all of these legs are corrective. It means that one lower degree, they all can be ABCs, by which I mean is, of course, a corrective wave. It doesn't have to be just ABC, it can be ABCX, blah, 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 but you get the idea. Okay? And the other very important thing is this B to D trend line is so crucial. It's very important because it represents when this triangle ends, and it represents also where this triangle will break. So if the BD is on the upside, it means the move will go up. If this B to D wave was on down, it means that this triangle would have go down. Okay, this is very important. And another very important rule, which is for all triangles, is the fact that this no parts of, I will write like this, no parts of wave C and wave E can break B to D trend line. So what I mean by this? trend. Okay, what I mean by this. For example, this C wave, yes? If, if this C wave did something like this, this couldn't be a triangle. Or it means that your B wave is wrong. It means that B wave would be here. Okay. The same for E wave too. E wave cannot, because if E wave actually pierces the B to D trend line, it actually means that this triangle is over. Okay. It is very important, this rule. Now, another very important rule is the fact that B to D trend line must be broken in less than the time, or actually it can be the same too, or the same time taken for wave E to form. So I'm sure you've seen me on a couple of videos that I did something like this. So if I wanted, for example, to measure this, if it did or not, I took a shape and so I took a shape and I copied on this right side, and I checked if in the same time, if it did break or not. If it did something like this, it means that wave E is in the wrong place, or wave E is not done, or you're not in a triangle. It's this simple. Now these are probably the most important rules that you should need right now. And on this video, I only showed you the contracting triangles. I actually still have time, but maybe I want to do another one to make sure that you guys like understand clearly what's going on. Because look, not every single triangle has to be correct contracting, but actually let me finish contracting first. Okay, so just because you have a contracting triangle, it doesn't mean that it will look like this. Okay, well, it can be a horizontal triangle, so they are still contracting, but so it can be a horizontal triangle. So horizontal triangle. If we are looking for a horizontal triangle, it's actually, this is it. Like it's the same. It is a horizontal. As you can see, it's going horizontal. The same one. So what actually this triangle is called horizontal contracting triangle. Now the second one is actually called, actually not the second one, but another one. It's called irregular triangle. Now this irregular triangle is a little bit different. Why? Well, we have a wave A, just like the other one. But on this one, we have a wave B that is much bigger than the wave A. And we have a C wave. And we have a D wave. And then we have an E wave. So if I want to connect the dots, I will go like this. And I will go like this. Now this is a triangle too. So we have the C wave. We have the E wave, a D wave, and we have the E wave. Now here, what's important is this. Wave B is actually larger than the wave A. Okay, now this is irregular triangle. Okay, now actually I should write this down too here. There's another rule in a contracting triangle. So in a contracting triangle, at least three waves, three legs actually, not waves, three legs should retrace 50%. Should retrace more than 50%. So I will write like this. 2%. Okay. So you take fib for wave B, take the C wave, will have to be more than 50. Take this from B to C. Let me show it to you. What I mean is my fib tool. So for example, I take B to understand the C wave. As you can see, C wave did more. If I wanted to do on this side, you can see that D wave did more. If you, of course, reverse it. You understand what I mean? So this is an important tool. Now in this way, in this irregular triangle, actually we have another rule too. This B wave, this B wave cannot be uh, more than 261.8% of wave A. Now, just because this B wave can be bigger than this A wave, it cannot be something like this, okay? Because it will not be a triangle like this. So what you need to do is simple. You take this, okay, and you take this, and you will check it here. If this B wave is larger than this, it means that whatever you're thinking is wrong. Okay, so this is another very important rule. Now you can have a running triangle too. Now we have a running triangle. In this running triangle, situation is a little bit different. Why? Because, well, you have a wave A, and I think so far we have never. I didn't even trade one in this forum. I've seen them, of course, but I didn't show it to you guys here yet. So we have a wave B. Okay. We have a wave C. We have a wave D. And we have a wave E. Now, here is actually what matters. Now look, when I will draw my triangle B to D trend line, and let's say A and C trend line, which is normal. No, but they're supposed to be contracting, so I will go like this. Yes. So they're still not contracting. Okay, so what I will do is I will make this a little bit bigger, like this. Okay, now E wave, something like this. Now look, this maybe not looking so much like triangle, but it is called running triangle. And this situation here is this. This E wave is actually, look, as you can see, this is the start point. So let's label this as 0. It is actually ending higher than the correction itself. Okay, so it's actually higher than the correction itself. Now this is usually a problem. Why problem? Because when people see this, they don't know what to do for them, but it is just a simple it's actually called running variation of a contracting triangle, and this is just running triangle. Okay, so I will just say like this. And there are some rules for them too. Well, the first rule being, again, B wave has to be bigger than this A wave. And the second rule is this one. This time is wave D has to be bigger than the C wave too. So that this triangle actually will look like this. And also another one, which I don't know if I did a good job about it here, but the B wave has to be the longest one. Now, as you can see, these are all triangles, and look, I couldn't even, because I don't have enough time, I couldn't even come to this special type of triangles and expanding ones also. So, on the next one, I will try to show the rest. So thank you so much. I hope this helps for you to understand triangles.